Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dear Future Wash. Today we're here with Simran Duggi. Simran, first of all, to get to know her a bit better, here is some context on Simran. Simran is majoring at Cornell in electrical and computer engineering. So to start us off, can you please tell us a bit more about your major and your general goals after college, just so the Wash audience can learn a bit more about you?
Yeah, of course. So at Cornell, we have the opportunity to affiliate with a major at after about 2 years. So our sophomore year, we're allowed to affiliate. And I decided to pursue electrical and computer engineering along with a major in computer science because I want to get to know both the hardware and software aspects of software engineering technology in general. So that's the reason I decided to pursue that route. And hopefully by the time I affiliate, I'll be able to understand whether I want to go more into the hardware side or the software side of engineering right now. But right now, I'm really interested in software and yeah.
That sounds really interesting. So, to start off the interview, let's trace it back to high school because that's where a lot of the watch population's from. So, I see that back in high school, just clubs wise, you were in HOSA, Key Club, and Science Bowl, and you went to the Biomed Academy, which had a specific kind of curriculum centered around medicine and health. So, when it comes to clubs and just like the type of high school that you pursue, what advice do you have, and what kind of experiences you gain from these high school organizations?
Cool. So I went to a very specific high school that was very biomedical science and healthcare oriented, which gave me a perspective on technology that most other schools probably wouldn't give you. When I did hackathons and different opportunities, I kind of always tried to use my interest in technology and engineering in projects that I did, even with like HOSA and other hackathons that I've done. But some general advice for high school students trying to figure out what they want to do is to join, like when you're in your freshman year or whatever year you're in, try to join as many clubs as you can. And then from there, go on and narrow down what you want to stick with and what you don't want to stick with. Because I know that my freshman year, I was in a lot of clubs and I slowly narrowed it down to some stuff that like aligned with my interests. And although there weren't many engineering related clubs in the school that I went to, I always sought out for other opportunities. For example, I did Civil Air Patrol, which is the United States Auxiliary Air Force. And over there, I had so many STEM and aerospace related opportunities where I was able to sort of show my passion for both hardware and software. And one notable thing was like when I competed in Stellar Explorers, and that's an aerospace competition and it's very data driven and teamwork oriented. So it also like helped me like just generate some problem solving skills and like see where my engineering interest could take me.
Yeah, so that all sounds really cool. And I'm sure like the Civil Air Patrol and the Stellar competition that you mentioned are something that the students who are interested in engineering would love to pursue, just the ones who are watching. Speaking of kind of your like software side, I saw on your Instagram especially you posted a lot about code with Glossy, and it seemed
Yeah.
like a really like fun part of your high school experience. So can you tell us more about the cams, how you got started, and just what you'd recommend for people? Like I know you already gave some things about like engineering and stuff, but for people interested in like computer science, what would you recommend to do in high school?
Yeah, of course. So Code with Classy has actually been like a really large part of my high school career. So I first heard of Code with Classy when they just started, but I was too young to apply actually. But I applied anyways. Obviously, I got rejected because I was too young. And then I applied again in 2021, I think. And then that was during the COVID year. So Code with Classy had online summer camps. And I was able to meet with so many like-minded individuals and like connect with some of the instructors and instructor assistants there. And it's just such a welcoming community for like girls and women that want to get into computer science. So I'd highly recommend anyone apply to Code with Classy. And I know that if anyone wants to become an instructor or an instructor assistant, those applications are going out right now. And just summer camp applications will go out soon later. And Code with Classy has been a big part of my life because I've been able to like meet the founder herself, Carly Kloss, a couple times and just like speaking to her and the amount of passion she has for what she's created has been really great to see because she is not part of the tech industry. She's a model, and that's something that I see that's really important that she's taking the time out of her career to encourage girls to pursue something that is ever changing and is probably going to impact the world in many ways now.
Yeah, I know a lot of my friends do code with classes, the ones that are interested in software and stuff. And I think it was really like it looks like a really cute program, but also like it's really important. I think I love how like aesthetically pleasing it is, but at the same time, it's really like it teaches good life skills. So
Yeah.
speaking of modeling, something I found cool about your profile was that you were Miss Teen New Jersey International back in 2022. And in general, you're still modeling. I like, for example, I saw you walked New York Fashion Week this year, which is
Yeah.
insane. That's crazy. So
Thank you.
about how you got into modeling, your general experience, and also just I feel like you don't really hear about like high school models who are also interested in STEM topics. Like that's just a really good, interesting combination. So can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, of course. And I think that was really ironic when I was applying to Code with Classy because I didn't know that like Harley Kloss was the founder at the time. And then once I found out she was a founder, I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. She's like already in the fashion industry, and then she's pursuing something that I'm so interested in and want to pursue as a career. And so basically my modeling and sort of pageantry journey started in like ninth grade. And I competed in my first pageant, which was Miss Teen South Asia International. And then I won, which I wasn't expecting to win, but that was really cool. And then I got addicted. And then I was like, okay, let's try for Miss Teen New Jersey International because I live in New Jersey. And I won that as well. And then I went off to the national competition and I placed in the top 10. And then in terms of like modeling, I've been pursuing and collaborating with a lot of other photographers just to get cool images and get my portfolio started. And ever since then, I've been able to walk 2 seasons of New York Fashion Week, and it's been a really fun experience, especially like meeting the other models and seeing how they have like not all of them are just models, like they have careers outside of modeling. And it was really cool because I got to meet a couple of like doctors and software engineers that were pursuing modeling in their free time, and that seemed very cool to me. And it's really cool how it can be really relatable because I'm pursuing a full-time college degree and then like doing these marketing things on the side and then also trying to pursue modeling. So it's been really fun in that sense. And I think it's really inspiring to see people like that because I really am a strong proponent of saying that you should do anything that you're interested in because you don't know where it will take you.
No, I completely agree. I think that's one reason like I founded WASH. So it stands for Women's Alliance STEM Humanities. Because I felt like a lot of the organizations that does push like specific STEM topics. I generally, especially like if you're like living in New Jersey or these areas, I feel like parents are like, oh, pursue like medicine or software and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
mean, I personally want to pursue STEM too, but I think it's really important to like also give the other interests a chance because they're really important. They'll like really shape your high school and latter experiences. So I found that like super cool. I saw that one picture of you where you were in the like the Indian clothes in Fashion Week, and they were gorgeous. It was gorgeous. Like it was really nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's really important to foster like your other interests because you don't know, like it like adds a level of personality to you. And I also think it's very important to have your own set of hobbies and things that you can do outside of your career because it not only is it good for you, but it's also like good to connect with other people and just see how broad and diverse our world is.
No, I completely agree. Okay. The last thing related to your high school life that I kind of want to ask you is about this one campaign that I saw you posted about was this leukemia campaign that you participated in and you were actually like a student visionary for. So can you tell me more about that and just how like volunteering and participating in like issues that matter kind of impacted your high school career and still does now, I guess.
Yeah, I think always advocating for something that you care about is very important. As part of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, me and my friend raised a lot of money for blood cancers, and I think it was very impactful to see the final number during the ceremony at the end. And it's just amazing how much like high schoolers can impact current research and just like advancements towards important diseases like leukemia and lymphoma. But also some other things that I like to take part of outside of that was advocating for diabetes because my dad has diabetes, and that's something that I did through my title as Miss Teen New Jersey International. And it was really, really cool because I was able to speak about my platform, raise money, and also like educate people in different elementary schools and high schools about eating and living healthy because things like type 2 diabetes can really be prevented and managed through those methods.
No, that's really important. That's something that I'm also very interested in. Like I'm saying like nutrition and stuff. And yeah, that's a really important thing to advocate for. Now moving on to your college experience. So, like you said, you're really involved in like marketing, like clubs and stuff like that. So I saw you're a student you were a student content creator back in like 2022 for College Board, and currently you're a marketing consultant for Cornell Marketing, and there's many other ECs like you could just see on your LinkedIn page that relate to marketing. So even though you're not a marketing major, tell me why you got into marketing and how this is like impacting your professional experience.
Yeah, of course. I think marketing is such a like ever-growing field now, like in addition to like engineering and computer science, because attention is basically what all these apps like TikTok and Instagram are looking for, and attention is the new like is the new like money at this point. So I think that marketing is very important, not only in developing like how you can speak to others, but also how you present yourself on online platforms and branding. So I got into marketing when I started with my title as Miss New Jersey International. I was very interested in graphic design and just like putting together like little videos and just like making cool posters. And that sort of aligned with creating that brand for myself as Miss New Jersey International and also developing my platform, Dismantling Diabetes. So through that, I was able to sort of like dabble into like content creation and marketing. And so with College Board, I was able to sort of create content for them. And then ever since then, I just been applying to different like marketing things with other brands. And I've been able to work with brands like Hollister, Rate My Professors, and it's been really cool doing that. And so I hope to like sort of grow in that aspect of my interests. And it's been helping me in many different ways because I've been able to present myself to like recruiters and just like in interviews very well because of the skills and way methods I've developed through learning marketing.
That sounds really cool. And like Hollister is like one of my favorite brands. So that's awesome. So now kind of a more of a fun question. How would you describe the Cornell social life? Like when you're a first year in college, right? So like
Yeah.
how is it making the social transition from like high school to college, like making friends, joining like groups and stuff like that? Can you describe that for us? And what are some things specific to Cornell that you like to highlight?
Yeah, of course. So my experience was pretty smooth, I'd say. I wasn't expecting it to be smooth because Cornell is in a very isolated area and I was just like, oh, like is it like if I don't have a group to hang out with, then it's gonna become very lonely. But um it actually like turned out really well and I found a good group of friends. And I think the best thing that I would recommend to people going into college is to make sure that they use their orientation week very well and make sure that they always put them out and like always at like always approach people, say hi to people that you normally wouldn't because they can end up becoming your forever friends and just the people that you end up hanging out with your whole first year or even all 4 years throughout college. And I highly recommend that once you get into college, you um like look at these commitment pages and try to find a good roommate, or even if you're rooming alone, try to get to know people online before you get on campus. It'll help you a lot in terms of making friends. And I think the social scene is pretty cool because everyone is really willing to like help each other out, which I wasn't expecting in such a competitive like sort of like school. And something for me is that I attended a smaller high school. There was only like 72 kids in our high school, and now transitioning to such a bigger school, I think it was easier to sort of find the people that you like connect with and just like really relate to. And so I think the best advice that I can give is put yourself out there and don't be afraid to say hi to anyone.
Yeah, that does sound like good advice.
Yeah.
So, lastly, just what advice do you have for young girls who might not necessarily know what they want to do, or even if they have an idea of what they want to do, they don't know how they want to do it. Like, what advice do you have for the girls of Wash?
I think the advice that I have is to try everything and anything you're interested in. Even if you have a very slight interest, try to go as far as you can with that interest because you don't know where a certain thing will take you. Like I didn't know that me trying modeling would take me really like all the way to New York Fashion Week, right? And I didn't know that me trying a pageant that I wasn't willing to try in the first place would take me to having an international title and then like doing all these other cool things with it. And I also think it's important that right now, even if you're in high school, start building a sort of presence and brand and identity for yourself because it really helps you, even if you're not on social media, even if you're not on like any sort of platform, it really helps you with like finding jobs and opportunities and just like connecting with people that may help you in the future.
Yeah, that's really good advice. So overall, thank you so much, Simran, for coming on to the Dear Future Wash. I really enjoyed having you. And to all
Thank
the
you.
watchers, thank you so much for watching.